I have to take control of situations. He's taking his time to explain the situation to you when he can just tell you what you want to know.
See, now, Miss Ray, there's your problem right there. He was trying to explain something to me, and you jumped in because he wasn't explaining it.
I'm trying to help you.
No. Now I'm trying to explain something to you, and you are interrupting me. You don't know what I'm going to say. You act like you do, but you don't, because you're not up in here. And what I'm trying to tell you is, I see the source of your problem right here. I see it. To the extent that you do not let me speak, you won't see it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
He can't be a leader, which is what you're looking for, a man. He can't be upfront alpha dude if you don't let him do his thing. He wasn't explaining to me fast enough for you.
You're on the romantic picture of me and my dad.
You're interrupting me again. You got an attitude problem over there, Ms. Ray. You got an attitude problem. I'm telling you that. I sit here all day long and talk to people. I usually don't have to yell at all, but you got a attitude problem. Is that not right, Mr. Ingram?
Yes, ma'am. That is right. Very bad attitude problem.
She was not trying to hear that truth at all. That's why she kept cutting her off. And it's sad to see that. It just goes to show you how much of a problem that really is, because if you're doing that with her, I can only imagine how frustrating that is for the man that you're doing that to. But at the same time, we got to hold the man responsible to some degree, because for her to be willing to do that with him, that means he's been allowing that for a while, which means that relationship should have never happened in the first place. But what's going on YouTube is your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I came across a video, man, let me tell you, a lot of you brothers are probably going to want to take notes after this. I don't know if this still holds true to today, but this might be the biggest finesse of a divorce that I ever seen pulled off by a man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
This is the craziest divorce of all time, and the internet can't decide who to support. Back in 1994, Gabriel met Christina at a party and they really hit it off. They ended up getting married even though she was 30 years younger than him. They were happily married for 20 years, but one day Christina decided that she wanted to get a divorce. But when she went to her lawyer, she was shocked to hear that she was already divorced from Gabriel 20 years ago. And this is because 4 months after their marriage, the couple went to the Dominican Republic for a vacation. And Gabriel divorced her there because that's the only country where one party can file for divorce without informing the other party. And he says that he did this because he knew that Christina would divorce him and try to take all his money.
Gotcha.
You lose. Can you? I'm sorry, man. But damn, can you imagine that whole time you over here plotting like, yeah, I'm gonna stay with you long enough to decide where I can go ahead and collect off of you. And then when you over here doing the paperwork, you found out that you wasn't even married. That man divorced you when you was Yo, that is the ultimate finesse, bruh. I need to look up if you can still do that in the DR, because if that's the case, you're gonna start seeing a lot of brothers trying to pull this move off. Wow, let's keep it moving.
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can now have nurturing, you can have support, you can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect. This is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurture.
What we were saying is that a masculine needs to control his emotions in order to be vulnerable, because if not, there's just no way that if a man has been through shit and he hasn't actually like dealt with it, and you want to push it out of him, you gonna see some shit.
No,
you
but
don't
I'm
wanna
not
see.
pushing. We're not
I
pushing
think
it
the
out,
right
right?
woman.
We are, as women, we do. Baby, talk to me. What's wrong? Because he's quiet for 3 hours. He don't want to talk to you right now.
Because he was probably taught as a child.
No,
boys
men-
especially,
listen,
that
me-
they have to. They
No,
can't
me
talk
raising
about
men,
it.
that's
They
not
still say
true.
boys,
That's
yeah,
not true.
cry, like-
No bullshit. It's not true. Can we ding something real quick? Because listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Me raising my little brother, I can tell. I'm so serious. Me raising my little brother and having him at 13 years old, already showing signs of what a grown man does. Nothing came to him. Nothing. It just how they wired. They're not always talkative. They need their space. They don't always want you in their fucking face. And if you are gonna be in their face, why are you nagging about why he's been quiet? Rub that man's feet while he's quiet. Sit on his lap while he plays his game.
But look at
a lot of
children.
girls complain about shit.
Yeah,
that's
but women-
we were saying.
She's 100% right. She really is. One thing that I have noticed recently with the woman that I'm currently seeing, if you haven't noticed, you haven't seen her in the background or anything, right? Like, she's in the bedroom kicking it. She knows what I'm out here doing. She knows this is how I make my living. So she doesn't disturb me or bother me. Since I have met her, she has brought me nothing but peace and fun. And she understands what I do, so therefore she doesn't get in the way of that. But to be honest with you, at the same time, it's kind of like made me get on my game and make me be less of a procrastinator, so to speak, so that way I can make more time for her. So all in all, I would say, man, it's been a very positive influence and experience so far, and I think that's something that women tend to overlook in the West. So definitely makes me appreciate being out here in Thailand a lot more. Let's keep it moving.
The reason why people get over on women, why women keep ending up in the same undesirable situations, is because women too are being manipulative. They're just losing the game when their opponents are men, and when their opponents are women who are authentic, women who are truth tellers. One of the manipulation tactics that women use, men use it too, but women on a grander scale, is the nice tactic. Women believe if they are nice to people, if they are accommodating, if they're inviting, if they don't alienate people, that they can manipulate the people out of being who they are, out of taking advantage of them. They believe they can disarm them. Now, women are not consciously thinking all of these things, but being nice, overly nice, is a manipulation tactic, right? Not that you can't be polite, kind, and nice, but we all know that game that women play. And that puts me on guard. When I see a woman who is too nice and, oh, girl, and I know she's the phoniest one of the group, and she's a liar, right? Because again, women think if they act that way, if they present themselves as non-threatening, that it can lower the defenses of people and they can have their way with people because they're so nice. What do women use to describe someone they like? The first thing they say, they're nice, right? And so Women are instead of being authentic and accepting what comes with that, they're trying to control the situation by being nice, being accommodating, being inviting, not alienating people. And so when people show women that that tactic didn't work, not that the people are saying to themselves they're being nice and I'm going to be mean. No, the people are just being who they are. And when women see that, it's a harder blow to women because they lost.
You lose.
But see, here's the thing. If women were just a little bit more honest and not manipulative, then they would get what they were looking for, or at least know where they stand, so that way they can deal with somebody that they match up with. But this is what happens when you try to manipulate the other gender. You got to understand, men, we are logical creatures. The only type of men you're really gonna be able to manipulate are men that don't understand female nature, a little bit more on the beta side, and those tend to be the men that y'all end up putting through the ringer, or y'all end up treating like trash, because once y'all understand that y'all can manipulate them and walk all over them, y'all end up losing respect and interest for these men. I'm like, but at the same time, y'all want that control and power, so it's a bit of give and take, and that's just something that women are going to have to deal with on their own, because men are starting to wake up and pick up on this, and once they see these kind of signs, men are walking away, because that's the only power that they have. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification, that way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all, deuces.